going on, guys? I'm out here today in the workshop. I am going to be cleaning my everyday pistol, my everyday carry pistol. So I brought out my cleaners, and I was going to show you the box and the cleaning supplies that I have. It's a nice little wooden box. Standard CPL as well, won't fit currently. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of organizing in this. But got the cleaning mat. Let's see what else. If you guys can see all of that. Let me try to bring this forward some. Yeah, nice. So got the most normal cleaners here. So everything, like all these things I pick up at auctions. Anytime I see the metal ones, I try and pick them up because all I'm able to find these days were plastic. So I got all this stuff for basically nothing. Got this box for like $5 at an auction as well. So you guys know me in auctions, they tend to do well for me. So definitely recommend a nice wooden box for holding all your stuff. Alright, let's see what I got. Okay, so let's see if I can show you guys how dirty my carry pistol has become. See all that gunk built up here? A little bit in there as well. And then see some nice dust up in there. Need a what is that called? I actually don't want to narrow depth of field, so you can see all the scratches from years of carrying as well. Alright, let's get into this. And definitely will be probably taking all the springs and parts out, cleaning down in here as well. Let's check out this barrel if we can. There's some rust. And what stinks for me is I lost the original clip or the mag release. No, I've lost the original slide release and ended up having to order another part. And I ordered the one from Wilson Combat just because it has the extended thumb lever. However, this one doesn't work real well with holding my slide open. So I've got to either file this new piece down or probably order the original. You can see it doesn't quite fit, and it wants to hit here, but it'll just catch and drop, and the slide will just go anyway. So a lot of times I'll see it stuck like that far down. So probably end up ordering the original or see if Wilson can make a taller one for me here, but most likely I'll just order the original. Let's see, yeah, pretty grubby up in there too. Look how nasty that is. Alright, let me grab a screwdriver and take that handle off. So one of the things on this that is bad for me, this screw, the threads got jacked up and they're messed up in the threads on the actual frame. So I've got to eventually replace that stud in there, which is going to require, I think, some heat because I believe they lock tight in. So also, I've got some walnut. I found them at an auction, and some like walnut pieces of wood. Traced these out and cut them, but I haven't filed them down to get the profile yet. Thought it'd be neat to make my own grips. Oh, gross. Look at that. Yeah, I need to stop abusing this gun, huh? Ridiculous. Alright. Oh, man. That's nasty. did take the other side out when I was thinking. Oh man, that is disgusting. Like, that's just moisture, and I don't know how it got sticky. Moisture, oil, does probably get sticky, so. Where do I even start, huh? I need to find my parts. Where the stuff I set all my parts on, the small parts. Man, that is nasty, nasty sticky. Fuck. CLP. We'll use that. Remington Action Cleaner. Alright. I didn't even check the inside of that. Let's see if you guys can get inside view. I bet back here is pretty bad too. I've got to find my parts boxes. It's a little big, but it's the first one I saw, and I didn't feel like digging around for anything else. So, you know what? I wonder. I'm surprised the inside of the magazine, or the magazine's not all jacked up. Yeah, it's gross under there too. What the heck is wrong with me? I'm gonna have to soak this frame. Okay, let's pull this apart. You gotta watch these springs. I forgot that's another. Let's see. I do remember replacing those springs, but it was more because it was all rusted in there. Just have that back to remove that. Oh, there it goes. Yep, and I almost lost the that part. I think I'm supposed to take that out first. Been a while since I pulled this apart. Let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That comes out. Yeah, it's pretty horrible down there, huh? That goes on that way. That piece is like that. I need to find a tinier screwdriver, I think, for that. Yep. Alright, got my... Found a screwdriver that would work here, finally, on this. Got my flashlight as well. That's a little over. So I'll show you inside here if possible. Hopefully you guys can see that on trigger, the hammer. So, let's see if I remember how to do this now. Let's see, push that down, slide that out. So with this one, I have to push that in, push that down, and then slide that out. Whoa, that was about to go bad. Oh yeah, that's right, that push that down, lift it out, and then it holds in place. So there's that part. Nasty. And now I gotta watch out again. Luckily that's not that bad. Actually, not dirty at all, except for a little bit, but not as bad as everything else. Now, where did that other stuff go? There's that. Check the extractor. And that's everything, I believe, except, and this is the bad stud here, right? Yep, that's the bad stud that needs to be replaced. It got rusted out early on, and so I might be able to do a, what is that called, like a thread, rethread it, but I mean, might as well just replace it with how nasty this thing has been. So, see what I have over here for cleaner. What is going on? I guess I need a new can of cleaner. There we go. I can do it from about 3 feet away. So I guess this is just going to be a pissing contest for this can. Wish I could show you guys this. There you go. That's what it's got to do to work. And I've got some bore cleaner. Use that for the bore, for the barrel. Apparently nothing wants to work. I'm trying to get some black right here. I don't know if it's pitted or just really heavy stuck on grime. Need to find my bore cloths and stuff for that. I'm going to have to use something more aggressive on this. Nice. Nice! Let's see here. What do I have? Oh, shoot. I think I started cleaning this. I don't know if I forgot to hit the record button or not. But I need something a little bit more aggressive. So I went out and I found something more aggressive. That should make for a good thumbnail, huh? Cleaning 1911 with the razor blade. Gotta clean all that blood off. Yeah. Oh man, I need to sit down. So I decided to not use the razor blade. I was worried about it scratching. I know razor blades don't tend to scratch like cast iron and things when you use them to clean, but I think it started scratching, so. And that's out of spray juice. So I'm just going to try this blue non-scratch pad. Probably, yeah. I guess all you composite pistol guys are laughing at me right now, huh? Yeah, I don't blame you. Everybody's got their things they like, so. Yeah. Pretty freaking dumb, huh? I don't deserve 1911, do I? this is too low. Okay, and I think I'm gonna not use the Lucas oil like I did last time. I've been using this here, and I used to not use it, and I never had this gumminess. I don't know what I used before. I think I used this stuff before, so I may go back to this. Before I tried this, I used frog lube once, and it ended up in my truck during winter, the frog lube, the little packet, and it froze. And I was wondering why my pistol was rusting so much. Like, it was really bad, rust everywhere, because I would lightly oil inside as well, and it just had so much rust on it. And after that frog lube I found frozen solid in my truck, I realized that it had a high moisture content if it was freezing. So I decided to stop using that. I know you guys saw how nasty this was, but imagine everything being rusty instead of gummed up. Both are bad, but one day the safety was up, and when I got home, for some reason that night I wanted to clear everything out, make sure that the pistol was working, and I wasn't able to release the safety. It was just rusted shut. So after not using the frog lube, I didn't have as big of a problem with the rust. But for some reason I wanted to try this stuff. So no more. And then somebody, I think this was one of the really early ones that people like, the outers, and I think I got that one at an auction with a few things. So I may try that at some point. But yeah, who knows? I guess I'll try the green pad. Just trying to do it without having to scratch up this pistol more, but looks like I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that's scratching the shit out of this pistol. But it's getting the gunk off. Arrgh. So I need something in between these two. Let's do it real light and see what happens. Yeah, fuck. No, this was probably scratching it up anyway. Let's test over here where it's not scratched and see if that scratches. You know what? Oh, I forgot. I used a different cleaner. Be nice. I really like a cleaner that doesn't have oil in it, and this CLP, I forget, I don't like it, and I think I'm out of the other cleaner that I used to use. I don't remember, it's been too long, where I don't even remember the cleaner I used, because it was kind of more like a brake cleaner where it dries real quick. I'm wondering if this is it. Hopefully this is it. I just thought I bought this one at an auction, but I don't know. I don't know if getting this stuff on the pad is good or bad or not. Okay, that smells like, yeah, that's the stuff I like using. Nice. I don't know if it's gonna be much different, but stuff doesn't leave behind oil. Oh, no, yeah, all right. I mean, that's all scratched up from those parts. Man, that ramp is freaking bad. Wonder if you guys can see how bad that is there. Where's the flashlight? See if I can't brighten that up a little bit. Brightest I can get it, so thinking looks like I can see it on the turn that back down now. You can guys hear my neighbor's dog crying. They've got a, what the heck is that? Some kind of a husky. And everybody, I thought everybody knew huskies were social dogs. They keep their dog outside 24/7 all year long and just whines and whines because it's got nobody. They rarely ever go out and hang out with the dog or play with the dog or whatever. It's kind of frustrating because I've got to listen to it. Well, see if I can't get that slide a little bit. Or the ramp. I think I called it a slide earlier, but the ramp. Yeah, man, that is dried on gunpowder residue. Let's try this cleaner. That one will sit on there a little bit longer. Yeah, that one's working pretty good. That cleaner is working real well. That one was working better than this. I wonder if it'll work better than that CPL. Let it soak on a little bit. I think those are pits from old rust. The ramp going to clean. Oh, that part came out. Yeah. So far working good. Let's see about these top pieces. Man, that part doesn't want to come clean. Almost there. One little spot left. Yep. Oh, almost got it. Got it. Pretty bad in there. Pretty annoying. Well, somehow I lost a lot of footage of me cleaning the slide. Not sure what happened, but went through, cleaned everything. Last part left is the extractor housing. And I went in to get more Q-tips, stop the recording. And that kind of stinks. Went through using this, and I used the screwdriver to help get into those fine areas. I was able to get that cleaned up really well. So now I really don't like the target sights on this. Not a fan of them. Okay, rinse that out with that cleaner. And then let's come back to this after that soaks. Drop. Oh, fuck. I cut myself. Fuck me. I think that's what cut me, was this little corner here. able to get something in here. Need a smaller nylon brush or something. One of these on a stick. that trigger well, or whatever that part's called. Clean that groove. Need that smooth trigger, huh? Spray all that out. I think that's about as clean as I'm going to be able to get it. It's a lot better. I think all this is just the old rust pitting. Might be a little bit there. There's a lot of oil still. But everywhere else looks pretty decent too. The holes for the grips kind of dirty. I just want to also get the rest of the blue stuff from this pad, cleaning pad out. Just that spot. Wish I'd get that. That's all rusted down in there. Don't think I can do much about that because that's all staked in. Okay. Well, that's it for this. All right, break time. Okay, I just resprayed this, the barrel, with the bore cleaner or barrel cleaner. Clean out the outside real quick. Again. Ooh, that's burning. Oh man, that cut be burning. That man, yeah. Burning good. Burning real good. Ooh. Sure, some of you guys know what that feels like in other areas. I'm so funny. I'm not a... Hang on, somewhere you guys at? Not always funny, but when I am, only I laugh. As people say. Okay, I need to find some of this stuff that has this stuff on the end. Yep, found one, and it's long enough. It doesn't have a T on this one, but I don't need it with this. So, find our towels. I'll use the old ones I got from the auction. Auctions are amazing, guys. Very, very awesome. I love them. I buy all kinds of stuff for dirt cheap from auctions, mainly tools. However, I did see a, what the hell is that called? A Samsung television, one of the big 72-inch. Saw one at an auction, $2,500 retail price, sold for $275. Pretty darn cheap. Oh man, we got a nice little section there. See if that won't come off. Alright, what we got? What we got? It's getting there. Oh, there's two sections. Okay. Where's the bore cleaner? Ooh, stuff shoots out. Where are we at? Let's bring that over. Okay, look down the barrel, and nope, still there. It's on the bottom section. I'll put it on bottom. Tighten that up. Okay, it's getting there. Stuff is caked on good. I feel like I'm gonna scratch the barrel. Okay, I'm gonna let barrel sit in there for a bit again. Now let's move on to something else. That piece is clean and also beat to heck. And there's a couple in the corner I gotta get. That stuff. There we go. Alright, how about the spring? Got a lot of rust on it. Let me order a new one. Rust on the spring is not good. Alright, let me go figure out what that's going to cost. Okay, I looked up the spring, and there's a couple available. Wilson Combat is like $6.70, and the Colt one is $6 even. So I don't know if I should go with the Wilson Combat or the Colt, but if the Wilson Combat is better at holding up against rust, maybe it has a different piece on it or a different finish, I may go that route. So okay, we got that cleaned up. And that is one more piece clean. Oops, I think I forgot a section. Yeah, I forgot a section. Minus one more piece clean. Oh man, my back is killing me. Oh. I'm gonna turn on some music. If you guys don't like music, you don't have to hit your pause button.
Staying motivated.
Ugh.
Don't worry about motivation.
I got a better idea.
Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. It is unreliable.
I think we're going to be listening to some Jocko Willink.
Motivation to get your goals.
I went to songs. I was going to play everything, but everybody loves some Jocko.
Mind control. When people think of the words mind control, they think of people controlling the minds of other people. Not me. I think about controlling my own mind. Sure, we are physical beings, and we must obviously embrace our physicality, but we are our minds. And I'm not going to go philosophical on what that means and where the you actually is, whether it's in a soul or your brain or your heart or some other conjured up place. What I do know is this: your mind, the thing that is listening and comprehending these words right now, that is you. And you can control it. You are the machine, and you can control it. People ask me, how do I get tougher? Be tougher. How can I wake up early in the morning? Wake up early. How can I work out consistently every day? Work out consistently every day. How can I stop eating sugar? Stop eating sugar.
But Jocko, how can I keep my pistol clean? How can I keep rust on it? Clean it every day. Oh, thanks, Jocko. Keep it clean is what I should have said.
You can even
Thank
control
you.
your emotions. People say, how can I stop missing that girl or guy or whoever broke up with me? Stop missing them.
Stop
You have
dirtying my
control of
pistol.
your mind.
Keep it clean.
You have to assert it. You have to decide that you are going to be in control, that you are going to do what you want to do. Weakness doesn't get a vote. Laziness doesn't get a vote. Sadness doesn't get a vote. Frustration doesn't get a vote. Negativity doesn't get a vote. Your temper doesn't get a vote. So next time you are feeling weak or lazy or soft or emotional, tell those feelings they don't get a vote. You are declaring martial law on your mind control. Impose what you want on your brain. Discipline, power, positivity, will. And use that mind control to move your life where you want it to be. Stronger, faster, smarter, quicker, friendlier, more helpful, more driven. And don't let your mind control you. Control your mind. And then you can set it free.
Okay, I need something.
The darkness. The sun doesn't shine every day. The storms will come. There are times when the nights will be long and dark and you will be alone. There will be times when the darkness seems to consume everything. But don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. Even in the darkest times, even in the strongest storms, even when the sun is blotted out and the world is falling apart, the darkness cannot extinguish your light.
I'm gonna turn off this freaking furnace.
Your determination.
Annoying.
No matter what is happening,
Too loud.
no matter how hard the fight is, as long as you keep fighting, you win. Only surrender is defeat. Only quitting is the end. Because the darkness only wins if you let it. Do not let the darkness win. Fight. Fight on. To fight against the darkness is to win. So fight on. I know the excuses. So you, of course you do. Listen as you rattle them off one after the other. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I need a rest. I'll do it later. I'll work extra hard tomorrow. I worked hard yesterday. I have too much going on. I'm stressed. I'm getting sick. Blah, 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 blah. Excuses. All of them. All excuses. But I will tell you, there is no excuse to not get into the gym and get after it 5 or 6 or 7 days a week. You need one day off? Okay, fine. But don't take it today. Put that day off in the bank for when you really need it, for when the car breaks down or when the water heater floods the basement or when the kids are sick or the dog runs away or you have to pull a triple shift at work. But today, no. Fit it in. Make it happen. Through force of will, make it happen. Don't be weak. Likely the only impediment to your getting after some physical activity is you. So get yourself in the game. Shut down all those pathetic excuses and get after it. The warpath. The path. The warpath. A path of war. The actual definition of warpath means moving toward a battle, a fight, toward war. And that is what I am doing. and what I have always been doing. Whether it was the actual war against our nation's enemies or the war against my own weaknesses, that is what I am doing. Preparing. Sharpening my sword, honing my skills, maintaining the unmitigated daily discipline in all things. And the warpath is a path. It's a route. It leads somewhere. Where does it lead? Yes, it can lead to war, and that is fine because I am ready. I am waiting. But the war might not come. And that is okay. Because the warpath is also a war against weakness. And so it leads to strength. It is a war against ignorance, and so it leads to knowledge. It is a war against confusion, and so it delivers understanding. And the warpath leads to control and to ownership of your life. That is the warpath. The path of fire and adversity. The path of blood and sweat and suffering. The warpath is the interminable path of discipline.
I have taken this apart before.
Which is why it leads to freedom.
I've cleaned the inside, taken
And
the spring
beyond
out.
that, in the end, the warpath leads to peace. Martial arts. Everyone should train in martial arts just as everyone should eat.
I did that. My
But
back
just as food
kept me
is
from doing
different
it.
and varies greatly in how it affects your body,
Always wake up the
not
next
all
day not being able
martial
to
arts are
walk.
created equal.
Found out I need
There are three
surgery.
broad forms of martial arts: grappling, striking, and weapons. Grappling uses leverage and holds to control or submit your opponent. Striking uses punches, kicks, knees, elbows, headbutts, and any other body part to hit the opponent. Martial arts with weapons obviously utilize a variety of weapons, including sticks, knives, and, in the modern world, firearms. Perhaps the most critical form of self-defense is the mind. By being smart and aware, you can avoid situations that are likely to expose you to danger. That being said, there are times when your mind and your intelligence can no longer help you. That is the reality. In those cases, the ultimate form of self-defense is obviously the firearm. It is an equalizer without parallel and is simply unmatched in its ability to eliminate an attacker regardless of size and strength. If a person truly needs self-protection in a high-threat area, there is no substitute for the firearm. Even in an area that might be considered low threat, there are no guarantees. There have been horrific home invasions, carjackings, kidnappings, and other vicious and violent attacks in some of the most prestigious neighborhoods in the world that were also considered to be the safest. There is no choice but to be prepared. Of course, mishandled firearms are extremely dangerous and can cause serious injury and death to the owner or other innocent people if they are not handled with the 4 principles of firearm safety constantly in mind. 1. Treat every gun as if it is loaded. 2. Never point your gun at something you are not willing to destroy. 3. Keep your finger off the trigger until your sights are on target. 4. Always be sure of your target and what is behind it. Additionally, firearms should always be stored in a safe place where they cannot fall into the wrong hands. Most important, without proper training, possessing a firearm is useless or even more dangerous to its owner than not having one. Learning how to shoot quickly and accurately while under stress is absolutely mandatory if one is going to own a firearm. This means finding a good instructor at a quality range to participate in firearms training. Safety is paramount in firearms training. When treated properly and with respect, firearms training is safe. Not only does it prepare you for worst-case scenario confrontation, but also provides additional benefits even if you never need to utilize your firearm for self-protection. Firearms training builds hand-eye coordination, speed, concentration, and instincts. It demands repetitive movement to develop muscle memory and demands a high level of proprioception when shooting in a dynamic situation. Finally, training competitively for speed and accuracy conditions you for high-pressure situations by teaching the need to relax, detach, get control of breathing, and focus on the immediate task at hand. But firearms are not always available. There are many places in the world where carrying a gun is illegal. There are also times where firearms malfunction. So it is important to know how to defend yourself in unarmed situations, which brings us back to martial arts. First, let me say that the martial arts are very emotional for some people. Their martial art becomes their religion, and they become blinded by it. Martial arts are not static. They evolve all the time. If you do not evolve with them, you will be left behind. Picking one martial art versus another, or saying that one martial art is better than another martial art, drives some people crazy. I do not engage in irrational theoretical discussions on which martial art is best. There is no reason to theorize anymore. The Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC, put many theories to the test. The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan also put many theories about hand-to-hand combat to the test. Finally, every person now carries a video camera in their pocket, and there are thousands of street fights and confrontations to watch on the internet. With all that information readily available, there is no need to theorize anymore. It is easy to see what works and what doesn't. Furthermore, it is also obvious that martial arts are not stagnant. They evolve. People develop new techniques and new moves to counter other techniques and other moves. But the fundamental principles do not change. They only become reinforced. With all this information available, and with so many theories now tested in the cage, on the street, and in combat, martial arts are no longer just a theory. There is simple, pragmatic reality. So here are my recommendations on which martial arts to learn and how to proceed down the path of learning martial arts. Start with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It is a form of grappling that is highly advanced because for the most part, the actual fighting takes place on the ground. This is a key point because our first form of self-defense is to get away. Yes, run. If you are confronted by another person or a group of people, the best thing you can do is run away, avoid the conflict. This is relatively easy if someone is trying to strike you with punches or kicks. They do not have control over you, so you can simply run away from them. You have won. The problem comes in a self-defense situation when someone is grabbing you. Now they are preventing your first line of defense, running away. As soon as someone grabs you, you are in a grappling scenario, and one of the most critical parts of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is escaping from someone's grip so you can run. Oftentimes, an attacker will take you to the ground in order to prevent you from escaping their grip. When this happens, the ability to ground fight is used not to stay on the ground, but to get up and get away from the attacker. The first goal of a beginner in jiu-jitsu is not to get the fight to the ground, but to get up off the ground and get away. This is an important distinction from people who believe the goal of self-defense in jiu-jitsu is to get the attacker to the ground. This is not true. The goal is to get away. But, as has been seen over and over again, fights often end up on the ground, and therefore a person must be prepared for it. Not training in jiu-jitsu because you don't want to go to the ground is like not learning to swim because you don't want to go in the water. It doesn't make sense. The safest way to deal with the water is to be comfortable in it. Just as being comfortable on the ground is the best way to deal with that scenario should it unfold in real life. Another reason I recommend starting martial arts by learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is because it is the most complex of the martial arts. Although there are a finite number of basic moves and positions, there is an infinite number of moves beyond the basics, and more are developed every day in this constantly evolving art. Due to this unending depth in jiu-jitsu, it is also the most cerebral of martial arts. It provides incredible mental stimulus and a never-ending challenge to learn, develop, and improve. Jiu-jitsu never gets old. The next martial art I recommend learning is boxing. Boxing is an incredibly effective striking art despite its relative simplicity. There are only two weapons in boxing, the left hand and the right hand. But with those two weapons, an incredible advantage can be gained if you know how to throw them in effective combinations. Other critical elements learned in boxing are angles, movement, both of which are based heavily on footwork, and speed, which are utilized in both the offense and defense of boxing. With basic boxing knowledge, a person can throw effective punches and avoid being punched, both extremely useful assets when attempting the primary goal of self-defense, run. Boxing develops the ability to hit quickly, avoid being hit, and run away from the area of confrontation. The next two martial arts to invest time into are Muay Thai and wrestling. They both add a plethora of options and skills to any fighter. Muay Thai adds a massive arsenal of striking options to a fighter. Where boxing utilizes only the fists, Muay Thai utilizes the fists, the elbows, the knees, and the shins in very aggressive combinations that are absolutely devastating in a fight. Muay Thai is also about pain and the ability to withstand pain. The conditioning of the shins to kick and shield
Battery went dead, guys.
offers great overcoming procrastination, when and where to start. People want to know how to stop laziness. They want to know how to stop procrastination. They have an idea in their head, maybe even a vision, but they don't know where to start. So they ask and they say, where do I start? When is the best time to start? And I have a simple answer. Here and now. That's it. You want to improve? You want to get better? You want to get on a workout program or a clean diet or start a new business? You want to write a book or make a movie or build a house or a computer or an app? Where do you start? You start right here. When do you start? You start right now. You initiate action. You go. Here is the reality. That idea isn't going to execute itself. That book isn't going to write itself. Those weights out in the gym, they aren't going to move themselves. You have to do it. And you have to do it now. So stop thinking about it. Stop dreaming about it. Stop researching every aspect of it and reading all about it and debating the pros and cons of it. Start doing it. Take that first step and make it happen. Get after it. Here and now. So, you hit the snooze button. You hit the snooze button. You caved. You decided today wasn't going to be the day. You decided today to roll over and hide under those covers. And you decided that you are going to embrace that weakness. Really? Is that really what you want to do? Is that really who you want to be? Someone that folds and crumbles at the first little sign of hardship? Because that's where you are right now. You are failing at the one challenge you have complete control over. You know, every day people face real hardships. They face real enemies. They face real challenges. And all you have to do is get up and get out of bed right now.
It's a great alarm clock, by the way.
You slept in a nice bed last night. You slept in a warm bed last night. You get to go into a nice little bathroom with fresh running water and brush your little teeth. Then there's people that don't have water and don't have beds and they don't have freedom. And you have the freedom to get up and take advantage of this day. as long as you exercise the discipline to get up and go. So stand up right now and live this day to its absolute fullest. Now. Me versus me. There are people in the world who have skills and strength and talent that I will never have. Never. These notions that you can be whatever you want to be as long as you want it bad enough are not true. They're fairy tales. We all have limitations. I don't have the right genes to be an Olympic weightlifter. I don't have the right genetics to be an Olympic sprinter or gymnast. Sure, if I trained my whole life, perhaps I could have become fairly decent in those sports, but the best in the world? No. I simply do not have the DNA to be the best in the world in those categories. But what does that mean? Does that mean I give up? Does that mean I quit? Of course not. Not at all. It means that I'm going to try to be the best that I can be, the strongest, the fastest, the smartest human being that I can become. That is what I'm going to go for. And it doesn't matter that I will not be better than others when I compare myself to them. No. I will look at others who do achieve greatness in a category, and I will say, look at what is possible. How close can I get to that greatness? How close can I get to that glory? But my glory doesn't happen in front of a crowd. It doesn't happen in a stadium or on a stage. There are no medals handed out. It happens in the darkness of the early morning, in solitude, where I try, and I try, and I try again, with everything I have to be the best that I can possibly be, better than I was yesterday. Better than people thought I could be. Better than I thought I could be. Faster and stronger and smarter. And claim one victory that no one can ever take away from me, ever. A victory that is earned every single day. A victory of determination and will and discipline. A victory achieved because I will not stop. Psychological edge. There are a slew of psychological advantages that come from early morning physical training. First, there is a psychological win over the enemy. Knowing that you are working harder than your adversaries gives you an advantage. It gives you confidence that you can overcome them in battle. Another advantage to waking up early and working out hard is that it demands discipline to do both. Now, some scientists have claimed that discipline dissipates the more it is used. That willpower is a finite resource that is reduced every time it is used during the day. This is wrong. That does not happen. To the contrary, I believe, and studies have also shown, that discipline and willpower do not go down as they are called into action. They actually get stronger. This is obvious if you actually try the experiment yourself. Before you go to bed, plan what workout you're going to do in the morning. Stage your workout clothes so you don't even have to think when you get up. Write down a list of things you need to accomplish the next day. Set your alarm clock for 4:30 a.m. and go to sleep. When the alarm clock goes off, get up. Put on your pre-staged clothes, brush your teeth, and go get your workout on, hard. Get done, shower, get dressed, and begin to crush your list of tasks for the day. When it is time for breakfast, see what happens. You won't want to eat junk. You won't want that disgusting donut. You will want some eggs and bacon, and that will happen at lunch too. You are feeling good, energized. You don't want to eat the worthless calories of pizza or French fries. You want fuel. Good fuel to rebuild your body. Clean fuel that keeps your mind sharp. When you are on the path, you want to stay on the path. Unfortunately, the opposite is also true. Once you step off the path, you tend to stray far. When you don't prepare what you need to do the next day, when you sleep in and then skip your workout and you don't start attacking the tasks that you have because you didn't write them down the night before, that is when you make bad decisions. That is when your will and discipline fail. You figure you might as well have that donut for breakfast, and once you've done that, you might as well put down 4 or 5 pieces of pizza for lunch.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go in and wash this up with some soap and water. Finish cleaning this piece. So, and I'm almost done. This should be the last piece I have to clean. May clean my magazine as well, but let me do that real quick. Well, that turned out real good in the soap and water. I should have done that with the rest of the gun. I'm not sure if you guys can tell the difference at all. Wonder if I mean, I know before you could actually see the brown dirt hanging out in there. So I'm gonna have to dry it off a little bit and get all the water out. So that doesn't. I just don't want the water on this to rust up the I have cleaned the magazines out the last time I shot. They don't seem to be bad at all. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I used to have when I first got the Colt pistol, it came with the 2 Colt magazines, and they were just junk. After like barely 200 rounds, the slide would close, the magazines were just junk, failure to feed, and then I decided to upgrade the magazines, bought the Wilson Combat, and never had an issue after that. So I really highly recommend the Wilson Combat magazines for your 1911. They are tough to push in when you first get them. They do wear down a little bit. Like the first time when I went to get in that last round, when I first got them, I had to use the wall and just force that thing down, and then I kept them in before I even carried with them for about maybe 3 days or so before I started actually carrying with the Wilson Combat mag, just to make sure the springs were going to work properly. So I've got 3 of those now. Yeah. Oh man, yep, looking a lot nicer. Let's get this mess cleaned up. Stuff out of the way. And put this back together. Oh, get some music back on, or some...
Destroyer mode. Where does the switch come from? The overdrive. The berserker mode. The full-on destroyer that will not stop. I think this is something that is learned. And it is a hard lesson, and not everyone gets it. And it is an important lesson, a critical one. It is the thing that allows you to go the extra distance. To dig a little deeper, to push a little harder, to get after it. And it actually takes two opposing forces to bring it to life. It takes both emotion and logic to reach your maximum potential, to really give everything you have to go beyond your limits. Because emotion and logic will both reach their limitations. And when one fails, you need to rely on the other. When it just doesn't make any logical sense to go on, that's when you use your emotion, your anger, your frustration, your fear to push further, to push you to say one thing: I don't stop. And when your feelings are screaming that you have had enough, when you think you are going to break emotionally, override that emotion with concrete logic and willpower that says one thing: I don't stop. Fight weak emotions with the power of logic. Fight the weakness of logic with the power of emotion. And in the balance of those two, you will find the strength and the tenacity and the guts to say to yourself, I don't stop. Bad instincts. There is one instinct you need to be wary of, one that you must fight. This one is a liar. This one is a saboteur, a backbiter. And like the devil himself, he's a shapeshifter. He will disguise himself, make you think that he has got your best interests in mind, but he doesn't. This is the instinct that says, you've had enough. You've given it your best shot. You can stand down. You can back off. You can take a knee. This is the instinct that says, you can rest now. Do not listen. Because that instinct is a liar and wants to bring you down. You see, this instinct is a defense mechanism for your ego. It gives you an out.
Okay.
A place to run.
That spring just disappeared on me. I'm going to watch this video, see where it went. Okay, so I can't find the spring I lost. So at least I can put the bottom together and have to order a new spring. I thought I had one, but that was not one of the springs that I had replaced. I've replaced the spring in here, and I ordered an extra set of those, and I've got some extra whatever that spring is, the recoil spring, but All right. Let's figure this out. I think I'm on this one. We need this piece. This piece. That piece will have to come at another point. That one. And I gotta put the trigger on first. There's one more piece goes with that. There it is. All right. So that is still kind of dirty. Okay. That's in. I don't remember how that sits in there. I think it goes like that. I'm gonna grab my book, double check all this. So flat part goes down. Okay, so it's kind of backwards. That goes this way. That part sits down. And shows 46 and 47. Never. I don't remember ever seeing that part in there. Huh. I wonder if I taken this apart a lot and I never remembered that. Weird. So not sure if you guys can see that. I've shot this a lot. I wonder if I'm missing. Better call Colt. So alright, I'll just put it back together. Let's see here. And then it goes with that. I'm probably gonna need my frickin' tweezers on this. So that's in. Let's get that in. Okay, there we go. And then we need this in here. Gotcha. Yep, okay. So you are in. And then oh, nice. I didn't clean inside this at all. And where did that pin go? Oh no. Okay. So now I'm down another pin. You don't go there. You go down here, and I know you go down there because of that. So where's... did I put that pin at? Oh no, that's... So... That's held on by the safety. I'm not sure what I was thinking on that. Which means I'm ready for this. Great. Oh, there's that. Okay, so a small one goes in first. I guess I got the parts manual. I can double check, huh? Yep. I'll stick that in just in case. Okay, so now for the fun part. All right. So that should be good. Oh, it sucks I lost that spring, huh? Okay, I got the parts in, finally. for that spring I lost that goes to this little plunger for the 80 series that stops the hammer if it gets dropped or whatnot. So I also ordered in a new sear spring. So Wilson Combat. I was just hoping it has a different finish, a different metal alloy. Oh yeah, I put all that back together. That was dumb. I wasn't planning on ordering this. That's probably why I put that together. And then I just decided to order it. So I'm going to have to knock this pin out. Yeah, it's this way. Whoa, there goes, almost lost another spring in part. I mean, those springs, man, you gotta have a lot of spare parts when you're doing this stuff, huh? So here's the old and new one. Put that in there, and that goes there. This goes here. And that sits back on here. And that goes back. I'm not sure if that has to be back or not, but it seems like it does. Oh yeah, for that part to go in. And then I'd like to be able to push that in, that little pin. Now it'll go in. Now I can get that part back up. And that in there. Okay. Okay, so that's good. All right, now let's do this. Extractor goes in. So do I put that in first? And luckily I got 3 of these springs. They come, I've ordered off Brownells, and they had they didn't have the Colt one in stock, but they had Wolf brand, and since that is the recoil spring that I have, I figured why not? They make good springs, and it was the only one in stock, so I kind of had no choice. Come on. I don't understand if that's supposed to go in first or not. I'm pretty sure it does. It's got to. It's right there. It'll hold in there. I remember having this issue last time too. Yeah, see that sits. Oh, that's right. You can let that up and it'll hold that in place. Arg. How do I not remember that stuff? Now let's test if that'll come out. Yeah, that's not one to come out now either. Okay. Now I can put the rest of that together. Oh, let's get some oil on there first. That is a heck of a lot of oil. Let me find these things. I just drip that stuff everywhere. But then again, if I'm not going to clean it, but most likely I'm going to have to start taking care of my pistol guys, aren't I? So let's get that, and you want a couple drops on the thing down here. Probably be easier to put on that itself. And around that. That comes on there. Flat spot. Let's do that. How about we put this in first, like we're supposed to. Sometimes I just like throwing that through there. Bam. Is there anything else? I think that should be it. There's the hole for that. Yeah, where did the other part go? That's not good. That's not supposed to happen. Cool. That safety works. That safety doesn't work. Okay. That's never happened before. Cool. Well, sure. Let's see. I don't think I need to worry about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. And that is it, guys. That is almost how you pull apart and clean one of these. So, it's not even pushing on that spring. That spring's not even holding back. So I'm gonna have to, let's see what we got here. Actually, let's